Yeah, they've got plenty of opportunity here of just going for a B exec. Calix has already given the early information that there's one player that's moved over. What Eternal Fire don't know is that there's 3 on B. This is such a sick read from VP.
Kinder's going to start leaning forward to try and get some information out. Could lose his life for it, and indeed Emor starts things off. Kill on Jay and Buster, held back behind the blue boxes. Backup is going to try and get here, but they just get overwhelmed. 3-man stack, who needs it? Certainly Virtus.Pro, they need a 5-man stack to hold off against this Eternal Fire. 1v5 as Kicker falls. Flit wondering what on God's green earth just happened.
It's not that surprising when we know how strong Eternal Fire have been in pistols. The surprising element is the setup there. We've got 3 on B for VP. Maybe for Yakinda, it's almost a bait. Just try and see if he can draw the information. If it is a B exec, okay, he should get a 1-for-1 trade, and then everyone else can filter through. Instead, that just does not happen at all. Flip manages 1 kill. He's getting hunted down by players up in mid, into the T-spawn area. Great shot even for a more. Eternal Fire...
Let's see what they can do with this, though. James, he'll place himself out towards mid control. 2 CT players as well will lean up the mid doors area, try and look for information, but it's fast out of the gate for 2 players into the long house. They'll go towards long control. Woxic will just blind fire past the corner, and it will be Buster that kicks things off on Emor towards B.
Oh, they've got so much information. Because Buster is the one that actually gets that kill, they have no idea that Yakinda was able to sneak in from lower tunnels, so they can start driving players back over to this A site, and for Eternal Fire, they've got long control, and that's it. They've been completely red.
Smoke's coming up to try and get themselves set up at the cross. Flit is close. M4 ready for T side. Nice nade to body block it, and that lands on 2 players as well. A lot of damage being done to Eternal Fire here. Molotovs will force forward. Flit will try to do the same, but Kicker able to get his trade against X-Fountain and Zantaris. Woxic and Calix both out towards that long position. Yakinda's got an M4. The Shadow, seeing the MAC-10, can find the frag and find an exit point here for the T's. Maybe get support from his backup. Fall back towards CT spawn to rejoin James, who will also hold the cross. No smokes, or 1 smoke for the cross, actually, for Woxic. It means that they can't block it all. Far cross out, and Molotov's down. It landed a bit too far as well. There's a big, big gap to work with. And they're going to utilize it to perfection. Calix falling next. Woxic already legged by the AWP. No time to plant the bomb either. And Buster almost gets the shot on the jump face. This makes no sense in real life, but here we are, and I'm hitting stupid shots that absolutely should not exist.
That is the one thing in Counter-Strike that makes no sense in real life, Jay.
Well, true to form, it's been... I don't know if it's been taken out, or whether people just stopped using it, honestly. And Flit found on the first frag. Eternal Fire starting off with the entries, picking up 1 towards the longhouse. A bit aggressive from him. He was in longhouse itself. Next player back's all the way on the site itself. X-Cloud and Kicker, and James come back with responsives, so...
A lot of picks get answered back quickly. X-Fan's been able to get some space, spot the player out in A. If they split into B, they'll be running into a couple of players, and it seems as if they've read that well. Get that pick, start moving back up to A. VP might just save from here.
Bomb should be secure and should be planted pretty easy. There's not really much more that VP can really do about this, so yes, they will go ahead and save. Makes a lot of sense to do so. The AK and the AWP can stay in. If you want to take it in the sense of a broader perspective, it has always been early starts for Eternal Fire, so they'll get there anyway. Kicker is backed off thanks to that smoke. Used up for Zantaris. See nothing as he's run across past the elbow, flash into the site. Will catch vision on 1 man in the back lines. It's James that gets Calix instead and kicks things off with a kill for the CT forces. Flit having his head tucked away still. The counter flashes will be in play. And the T's will try for a rotate instead out towards mid. Kicker can catch his information, or he can even catch a kill.
Yeah, VP just know what's going on there. As soon as that AWP pick comes in, you re-smoke into the mid doors. Kicker just overextending slightly. There's still 2 players on B, and for Eternal Fire, it is going to be the B split.
Well, last time they had 3 players on this B site, it wasn't quite good enough. Buster might not be detected. X-Flow gonna look out in the open. They see him now. He gets 2 kills for his trouble. Spots the 3rd player as well. Emor desperately hunting for the pickback. The AWP of Woxic will try cut off rotations, and Buster only gets away with damage left. The Woxic AWP chimes in, and it all leaves it on James to clutch.
Missing that window of opportunity, not quite getting vision out towards those doors to get that pick onto a more.
The Turkish squad every single time. We go back to that question of whether or not VP should have picked the T-side start to get themselves set up on the right foot to working in the default still. Nades up. Damage done to X-Cloud and Calix this time. A bit of a slightly better start here for Virtus.Pro. They're still trying to bait in this AWP shot for James, and it's successfully lovely. A kill for the CT side.
That's a fantastic opener, and that now starts putting some pace into Eternal Fire of getting some map control up to this short position, start putting pressure on some of the A players. Now for VP, it's been a while since we've seen an opening man advantage from them, and Xantares just running with this.
Straight into the bomb site, not going for a plant. He hasn't got the bomb in his bag. Again, Yekindard's still going to spot him. Shot down as he gets to the head of the box. He's not expecting a player to be there at the goose position. He drops the bomb carrier as well. Calyx at the end of the smoke itself will try and utilize this gap here, but no CT is going to give it up. He swings on Yekindar. He gets his triple, and Woxic's dealt with by Kicker. Nice hold on the A site.
They've got another smoke in for Yekindar, so he can re-smoke in for those upper tunnels, try and see if they can drive some more util away. Eternal Fire, they're not going to give up on this.
Matches in, F4 out, great kill for Yekindar, can't double it up, and yes he can actually. Buster, the bait and switch, get him out of dodge here, 4 versus 3. Yekindar looking for a triple, but he gets overwhelmed by Woxic, and Calyx finds a response to the man advantage. 3 on 2, yes they're tagged, but VP are so far away from the B site.
And that was such an aggressive move to come through from Kickit, pushing through the B doors like that. Just trying to see if they can create a lot of chaos, try and have that providing element.
Get out of dodge. Jane with the AWP will try hold off exits. That's the best that they can do at the moment. Eternal Fire will get 7 rounds. Oh, missed shot from Jane here. They're going to hunt him. He gets the kill away from Woxic. I think he'll be able to maintain his life. He's going to reface, actually, get a bit more out of this. I don't like this at all for Jane. Oh, not going to happen. AK of Yekindar leans up. Calyx punishes. Opening frag again goes the way of Eternal Fire. VP trying to force the issue out. Have landed a second player up towards top mid, and they aren't accounting for this, actually. I think that Xantares has turned around for this. Yeah, he's ready to receive Flits. This will be another kill punished again with the aggression. They see the shadow, and somehow Flit comes out with the bomb carrier dropped, and Incendiary to stall for time, and he re-aggresses. Will Calyx get him again? No, he won't. Flit's got to be careful how much he peeks into this. He's already got the bomb position, and finally X-Flower takes him down.
Yeah, that's unfortunate for Flit. He's just trying to waste time. He's trying to put some util down, try and see if he can just waste some pressure seconds, and instead he just gets spammed at a decent position through that smoke.
Slow walk into the mid control. Molotov out towards short, recognizing they haven't got time to keep going slow. They're going to just charge right in through the mid to B, onto the B site. Buster waiting back at Carl will be the first contact. Kicker also to lean out from the tunnels. He'll get himself back away with the smokes down. They haven't checked his Carl position at all. He's completely ducked away, and Kicker will get a kill back in. Buster denies the bomb plant. That's it. That's round 1 by VP. Galil, M4 facing in against the Kriegi. Will find that one exit frag, and Calyx will maintain his life alongside Woxic. The main T-side force, though, focuses entirely on that long control.
Yeah, VP have done a lot of these plays, but Eternal Fire don't always know that they've actually come through. Yekindar on the angle, deals with the big man of Xantares, and now for this long take, do they even clear out this car position? Flick could be the element they're not even checking.
I love that crosshair placement as well towards lower tunnels from Yekindar. He recognized that Xantares was going to go down for the duck face, and Flick gets 2 more picks for it. Sees Calyx, and Emor now has all the info to rotate the entire CT force back here and go for the stack. Smokes are in. Flick can maintain his position for now. Jay now jump faces, sees them both. Kiko gets his next kill on Emor, and Calyx all the way back at pit, 1 on 5. No kills for Eternal Fire here in round 13 as VP look to shut them down and find 6.
Jay looking into pick. Great shot. Was that?
Xantares a little bit further back, trying to jump phase here in the footsteps. Yekindar knows that he's out here, and Xantares gets the all-important opening frag. Can take a nade back for damage, but it's a 5-on-4 for EF. Together at Goose. This could be an unorthodox player that could catch Eternal Fire off guard here. They're going in for the short commitment, so we are going to move towards this. Incendiary's down. Suppressed for the time being. 30 seconds for the hit.
Oh, this is so cheeky. I love this base setup. And actually, it's the HE that deals with Xantares. They've even got Jane with the AWP posted on the angle.
Molotov to the back of the ramp. Flit still watching. Kick up with his eyes turned away, and Flit still sprays. Woxic picks him up, and they think it's clear. Calyx with his back turned, and Kicker's not pulling the trigger. He's going to wait for both of them to line up. Look for Woxic, get Calyx, swing out, and he closes the half. Patient play with a 2K, and 8-7 for VP to go to the second half after the break. Turn this to the favor of the CIS squad. Pistol round with the CT players facing in from Eternal Fire, trying to see if they can find anything towards that mid control. They might catch a Yekindar with that not smoke being set up. Just puts it in, gets out of dodge, and Xantares and Woxic still waiting here, and Yekindar Head to pop up. Shot connects. Waxic opens up. Flip might not be aware of the position, or the Zantares might not be able to trade him back. The flashbangs over will drive them away. They continue to reface, but they take some damage. The advantage sits with the F.
That's a great dual setup coming through from the CTs, and they're actually going to continue to over-aggress. This is where they could get caught off. Flick now going to drop by Zantares, and Eternal Fire. Just get out of there. Play the numbers game.
Taps on from Jamie. Moore gets tagged up so heavily. They hear where Calyx is coming from, and the kills pour in. Waxic and Calyx to fall. Still got Emor lows, and Tara's caught with his back turned towards the short position. On elbow is watching the long angle. 40 seconds. VP have got a 3-on-3 and a HP advantage to boot.
And they've still got a smoke and a molly, so that could go down on the short side, get the molly out to the side or to ramp. Plenty of options, and actually that molly's going to go down to slow the rotation, give that information over, and Moore's down to 22 now.
22 seconds to the clock. Smoke on the position. Emor gonna rotate, be their first rotator. Xcloud's gonna be the man to hold off. He's gonna get this kill in against Buster. Now James forces forward. Kicker does catch Emor. Xcloud running out of ammo. Forced on the reload. It's gonna get overwhelmed with Kicker to get that final frag. James gets the bomb plant. It's not even required. VP have the pistol.
And even walking forward with those cross smokes, you've got one player to defend of Zantares. At least he's in a decent position to do some damage. Probably needs more help, and at least he's bringing Calyx's attention over.
Flashbang, no smokes down to the CT cross. They'll put one up there. Jump face, one individual. Zantares with a nade out. I don't think he was detected. The nades and the damage rains in against several players. Yakinda's low. Flit's dead. 5 players still completely unscathed for Eternal Fire. Flash forward. Zantares going to see so many. He transfers back. Makes it a quadra. What a spray transfer. The ace for Zantares. Eternal Fire. What a way to start the half.
Oh, fantastic stuff there coming in for Zantares, and the assistance is there with the utility. The HEs pour through, the flash over the top, so many of them are turned, and just the spray transfer. Vintage Zantares, exactly what Eternal Fire were looking for. They're just trying to see if they can pull the rotations. The bomb eventually is going to be going out towards that B site. It's taking so much time. Yeah, they're just saving it. I guess because they weren't able to find a frag. No mistakes really got pulled in the rotations. They just hold on to their weapons.
A 5-on-5 save. That's one for the... might hurt Calyx in terms of his long-term economy. In terms of this round, though, it's a full buy back. Nade, so perfect for Xcloud. Emor can line them all up. Here they go, ripped apart. Emor and Xcloud combined, drop that bomb. Incendiary to stall them. The CTs can rotate right back into that B site. And these 2 players out towards tunnels. This will be 11 rounds to the board of Eternal Fire.
They'll get up to 2,900 at the end of this one, so things will look pretty good. That puts them in the lead. VP have not been able to find a lot of success. They're struggling with the bomb plants. We've seen a couple of save rounds from them. And, well, at least a response, an opening kill.
James to start things off. Sprays through from Kicker, dishing out damage to Calyx. He still isolates a pick back, and sprays through into Kicker. Can't land the shots back towards him. The AK ended up for the Khalil back here that Flitz picked up the bomb on his back as well. Gonna try and escape. Cut their losses in the long control, play out the rest of the default. It's a 1-for-1 trade.
It's a good response back, and it just seemed as if as soon as they lost that first pick, right, let's try and find an advantage. Let's take this long control, take as many fights as we can. Zantares has got to be careful about rotating over because James waiting for that angle in CT.
Works on. In the walk, sees Emor. We'll take that fight against Flit, which will dish out the damage. Zantares could get caught. Yakinda snuck his way in deep. And the CTs weren't expecting that at all. Emor caught with his pads down. Plant will be secured, and these 2 players on the CT side have no choice but to save. I'm just hoping that someone gives up something here. He's got Flit up at the blue box, but that's in. Not a lot of long house control here from Virtus.Pro. Incendiary might drive him back, though. That's a great play from Zantares. It's going to push forward a bit, though. Zantares might get caught off guard, and indeed he does, alongside Calyx falling. What a sequence.
Oh, that crosshair placement is everything from Flit. And Eternal Fire did a lot right. They put the molly out to the blue bin. They forced the fight. They forced him out into the open. They just cannot connect onto the pick. And now you put yourselves in the position of VP. 5-on-4 advantage. So much map control. One of these CTs is going to have to step up for a multi-frag.
Yakinda turns on Waxic next. His back turns, so focused on a long control. The Orpa trying to get out of dodge. That bomb's got an easy line in. His Kicker will find them all, leaving Xcloud alone on the B sites. Tapped up by Yakinda for his double. Him and Flit coming alive. Bray's blinded, not connecting to anything here. Waiting with the AWPs. Flashes go over. xCloud in at car. Drops 1 and 2 and the bomb. AWPs now with the support, coming with those kills. And Eternal Fire just crumble VP into dust. They equalized against VP once again.
That was well handled from Eternal Fire in that one. You've got the 1B player, Vamor, that already gave up the information, the AWP's playing there.
Double AWPs in, the AKs out, the M4s as standard. Set up with a single AWP, all AKs. So Virtus.Pro and Yakindar's caught first. Walks it with the peek in. Kindar's about out. 5-on-4 gain. The Molotov to indicate that they might go for a very fast hit back here. Nade placement again. Freemore's been great. It does a ton of damage. The shots blind past the smokes allows Woxic to get a kill ahead of it. Flit with 1 frag, and Emore's so close. He has the bomb in his sights once again. Woxic gets another good kill. Trades are good for the Virtus.Pro side, but it's still down by a man. Buster caught next. All on James. What's he considering? He's thinking about James time. Eternal Fire have looked pretty fantastic. I mean, it's not all VP being terrible. This is Eternal Fire's own efforts. Some players have been really impressive. Emore's one example. Zantara's been great. Woxic's AWP had a last man of impact in this particular matchup. They'll have to brace themselves because VP will get here. Is that another Incendiary? It's a HE instead. That'll catch damage onto Yakindar, a little bit onto Kicker as well. And the blind spray for Zentaris comes up good. 1 kill found. Kicker's going to make his way out towards Elbow. The smokes are up in position. Calix finds another pick. A 5-on-3. Kicker will get the bomb down ahead of the short boxes. James is hoping that Zentaris goes for an overextension. He needs this kill, and that's what he'll get.
James got to try and back up the teammate that's stuck there in that default position. Kicker's really got no option but to try and just fight in this one. Buster's keeping eyes up on short.
So back passive, no one's at car. Kicker's not wary of that though. James with the face, Emore looking for Buster, gets it. Buster gets one on the way out. James runs back in as well. Kicker with a spray, looks for the 2K and he'll get it. And VP equalize again. 14 all will play 30 rounds again. But who will get to match point first?
Eternal Fire just struggling to get those trades off in that retake. When it came to the actual standpoint before the bomb went down, it seemed as if they did everything right there, Jay. The utility usage was on point. Zentaris is able to get a spam through that short smoke.
Great shot for Emore. James down. Caught, damaged up, the Molotov keeps him at bay. A counter smoke back to buy a bit more cover for the T-side line. They've committed the bomb for the A-side at this stage, and Zentaris is going to fall. 4v4, they can try and get access and get the bomb plant. Meanwhile, Buster out towards mid, gets caught by xCloud.
It seemed as if they wanted to have a late rotation. They might still even do that. They've left Yakinda up onto this A-side. The bomb's gone back to mid.
And if he gets a kill on Calix, that might be enough. Flashbang's turned away from. Calix is still focusing on Yakinda. If he gets this kill, this could change the complexion of everything. And Calix wins it. 2 left standing for Virtus.Pro. They might need a bomb plant at least at this stage. Get that much out to bonus and bolster the economy. Calix just waits. Out of the ramp position. 30 seconds. Slow walks. Bomb plant priority. Kicker's hunting for more though. Is Calix seen? No, he's not. Woxic drops the bomb. That's all important. Flit. Trying to clutch this, but will not go any further than the site. No bomb plant. How do they turn it up to their own accord?
Resmoke goes down. Now, Yakinda's going to be selling the A-fake. He's going to see if he can drive some of those rotations over. Pulls Zentaris to stay here at A to allow them to walk out of mid and split into B.
2 smokes, AWP back. Soul one out by James. That might be everything. Zentaris the force forward, try catch them off guard. The back's a turn. Everyone's back's a turn. And the CT's ripped them apart. James with 1 trade, 1 player in the tunnels. xCloud versus Buster. Buster's going to get this kill. But James drops and the bomb is directly in the doors. Buster got to win these fights individually in 17 seconds to do so. Bomb picked up, seen there, sprayed up. Calix closes. An Eternal Fire fight an absolute war against Virtus.Pro and come out as the victors as they defeat the top-ranked team in the tournament and move forward to the quarterfinals.